In this video, I'm going to present to you how to apply the distributive property of multiplication. If you know how to multiply monomials, you will find this easy. Distributive property of multiplication states that A times the quantity B plus C is equals to AB plus AC. We all know that if we are given this kind of expression, we are required to perform the operation inside the parentheses. But there are cases that we cannot do that, like this one. We cannot perform the addition between B and C because they are said to be unlike terms. So what we can do now to multiply the monomial A to this binomial B plus C is by applying the distributive property of multiplication. To illustrate, A will be multiplied to B, we have AB, and then A once again will be multiplied this time to C, we have AC. To verify this idea, let us assume values for our three given variables. Let A equals 3, B equals 4, and C equals 5. Using substitution property of equality, this expression becomes 3 times the quantity of 4 plus 5. So A becomes 3, B becomes 4, and C becomes 5. Now we will compute for the value of this in two ways. The first way is, we can just simply add 4 and 5. There's no problem with them. The sum is 9. Copying 3, we have 3 times 9, and the result is 27. Now for our second way, we will now apply the distributive property of multiplication. Doing so, 3 times 4 plus 3 times 5. Multiplying these two pairs of numbers, we will have 12 plus 15. And the sum of these two numbers is 27 as well. So meaning to say, distributive property works. We can apply this especially if we cannot perform the operation inside the parentheses. Let's have some examples. 5 times the quantity x plus 9. As you can see, we cannot perform the addition here. Thus, we will apply the distributive property of multiplication. 5 times x, we will have 5x. And then 5 times 9, we know that 5 is positive by default, and then 9 is also positive because of the operation plus sign here. The product of two positives is positive, so we must put plus sign there. The product of 5 and 9 is 45. Therefore, the answer is 5x plus 45. For our second example, we have x times the quantity 2x minus 3y. Again, we cannot perform the subtraction between 2x and 3y because they are unlike terms. Multiplying now by distribution, we have x times 2x. The result is 2x squared. Now x times negative 3y, again x is positive, while 3y is negative because of the minus symbol here. The product of positive and negative is negative. Operation now is minus this time. The product of x and 3y is 3xy. Therefore, the answer is 2x squared minus 3xy. For our last example, we have negative 8e squared f times the quantity 4e cubed minus 6e squared f squared plus 9f cubed. As you can see here, we have three terms. But there's no problem with that. We can still apply the distributive property of multiplication. Doing so, we have negative 8e squared f times 4e cubed. One is negative, the other is positive. The answer now is negative. The product is 32e raised to 5f. Next is negative 8e squared f times negative 6e squared f squared. The product of two negatives is positive. Let's put plus sign. And then the answer is 48 because of 8 and 6. E squared and e squared, the product is e raised to 4. F times f squared is f cubed. So we have 48 e raised to 4 f cubed. For our last term, negative 8e squared f times positive 9f cubed. They differ in signs, so therefore, the answer is negative. Let's put minus sign. The product is 72e squared f raised to 4. The answer therefore is negative 32e raised to 5f plus 48e raised to 4f cubed minus 72e squared f raised to 4. So that's it. That's how we apply the distributive property of multiplication. Thank you for watching.